Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Timwe Presents. Today we're looking at another puzzle by Ghost Salt, and this puzzle is called the CRT TV, which harkens back to the times of my youth when television sets still had a cathode ray tube. Now, as always, we have our answer code here, which I can use to check my answer, which as usual is not going to be chicken, obviously. And let's go straight in. I have not attempted this puzzle yet, I've merely seen the graphic, and I suspect that I have to zoom in order to see anything meaningful. So the first thing that I notice is, let me quickly save this file. Okay, so the first thing that I notice is that some of these, like this block of letters here, you know what, I think I want to enhance the brightness of this picture a little so that I can read the text more easily. There we go. Okay, I see that there is some kind of static-y picture in the background. Maybe that'll be relevant, or maybe not. But for now, what I notice is that we have a grid of letters which all refer to colors. P would be purple, or as I suspect in this case, probably magenta. B would be blue, R would be red. And since we have several indications here, such as this little LED here, and it says RGB here as well. Now we're looking at the red, green, and blue channel. And also these three LEDs here are in colors that are secondary colors in additive color mixing. Wait, that is not actually true. The green one is a primary color, so I'm a little confused by that. But regardless, I'm going to try and decompose this into additive colors just like Simon Says does. So looking at red, purple, red, and yellow do contain red. And then we have yellow, purple, red. I said I was going to use this to make it more readable. Maybe I should actually do that. Red, dub, 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 dub. Okay, there's a lot of red in here. And then we have purple and yellow contain red. Yellow, by the way, is red and green in additive color mixing. Right, and then we have a yellow, purple, red, purple. Okay, so does that look like anything? It doesn't look like Braille, and I don't really notice any symmetry there either. Okay, so that's the red one. Let's see if we can see something in the green one. So the green channel would have 3 here, and then that's that, and then the yellow is here, yellow, yellow. I just realized that there is no cyan in any of this. So green and blue never coincide. There's also no black and no white. I wonder if I should be suspicious about that. Okay, let's keep going. So that's all of the green. Okay, so these are 6 by 6. You know what 6 by 6 reminds me of? Grid matching. So I'm starting to wonder if any of these are valid grid matching. Nope, the first one is not one of these. So it's not that either. Okay, let's try and figure out the blue channel. We have purple, blue, and then nothing. Purple, blue, blue, nothing else in that row. Purple, purple, blue, purple, blue, and finally purple, purple, blue. Okay, these do not look like anything. Alright, so let's think about what the letters on the edge mean. It seems to me, given these vertical lines and the horizontal lines, it seems to me that they're referring to columns and rows. C, W, H, D, R, C, K, F, L, S, T, U, P. These are all sensible sort of combinations of letters that occur in English words, maybe even at the beginning of English words, but I can't really identify a set of words. Like, let's see if there's a set of modules. Like, what modules start with WH? Only White Cipher, Who's on First, and Who's That Monsblode. And I don't think anything starts with CK. Right? I don't think CK is the beginning of a module name. Okay, what else can I try? LE, BA, OP, TH, HI, and GR. Okay, so I'm wondering if any other part of this puzzle is relevant. Like, we have 3 batteries shown here, and then it says stage 1. This must be intentional, because I can't imagine a photograph of an old style television set that actually had that on it. So I don't think this is a coincidence. What is this here? This is weird. Like, why is there this cutout over here? And then we have a timer, earphone. Yeah, the earphone jack was probably part of the original picture. And then in the corner here we have something with a right pointing arrow and something with a left pointing arrow. I'm not quite sure if that is relevant. Okay, well, another thing that we can do is we can look at the red, green and blue channels of the original picture. I doubt that this will give us much because the picture looks to me very grayscale, but I'm gonna try it anyway. So I can use these levels here. Nope, that is the wrong one. I meant curves. There you go. If I take the RGB curves and change all but red to nothing, then I get just the red channel. And now if oops, I didn't mean to cancel that. Let's just try that again. Oh, I cancelled everything. Alright, there you go. So if I do that and then change the brightness, the letters are still the same, and the static in the background, as far as I can tell, doesn't... Yeah, I can't discern anything there. If there were some, like, clear and obvious text, then that would make sense. Okay, okay. So just for completeness, I suppose I can take a look at the other channels. This is the green channel. I don't really see anything there. Okay, so I noticed that these lights here, obviously, when we were looking at the red channel, the first 2 would have been lit up because yellow and magenta both contain red. And now with the green, we're looking at the first and the last. And for blue, blue is going to show just the middle one, because magenta is the only one of these colors that contain blue. So if we do this and then we increase the brightness here, I suppose I can run this twice and increase the brightness a bit more. Alright, here we go. It definitely makes the text easier to read, but it's the same text in all of the channels, so I don't think this is relevant. So let's undo that. Okay, so those LEDs that we see here where it says JCPenney, in the red channel we had that, in the green channel we had that, and in the blue channel we had that. Not entirely sure what that is supposed to refer to. Okay, so one idea that I had, that I haven't mentioned yet, is nonograms. And I wondered whether I might be supposed to turn these letters along the top into numbers somehow and then solve a nonogram. But I don't see how I'm supposed to turn these into numbers. Let's see if there is any module where those combinations of letters occur. Nope, apparently not. Okay. Stage 1, 3 batteries. So what module deals with red, green, blue channels and has stages in which the number of batteries is relevant? Let's see if any of the modules that come up when I put RGB in might be relevant, but obviously there might be other modules that use RGB channels, in particular Simon Says, but it's not Simon Says because Simon Says doesn't use any edge work, but you know, it's going to be difficult to find the right module if it doesn't have RGB in the name. So let's see, there is no mention of batteries here, no mention of batteries there. Yeah, none of these mention batteries. So I don't think that I can find the module this way. How about this? Let's search for red, green, and blue like this, and maybe also batteries. Let's do that without the double quotes, because then Google will also find mentions of battery in the singular. Let's see. So obviously many of the results are going to contain red, green, blue, as well as other colors, but we're looking for something that deals with button grid. Okay. This module consists of a button. Okay. Okay, so it mentions red, green, and blue in one of these. Wait a second. Well, anyway, it uses yellow as well, and this is not color mixing. Okay, now I'm suddenly thinking of color decoding. It suddenly occurred to me that maybe this whole thing about RGB decomposition isn't even relevant. Like, maybe we're supposed to... okay, so color decoding is a module where you have a 6x6 array of colors, and then you're supposed to find out which row and which column has certain color sequences. And so maybe we're supposed to find the rows and columns, and that'll extract the letters on the side and above, and then maybe that will form a word. Although right now I can't really think, like, what could probably follow, what could possibly follow WH other than a vowel. So it would have to be OP and or UP, OP or UP, and I don't see either of those starting a word. But maybe we don't actually use WH. So let's see what we can do. It said that we're in the first stage, right? It says stage 1. And given that it mentions 3 batteries, I'm going to assume that this is the pattern that we want. Although there isn't really another clear indication of that. Right, then it mentions yellow, magenta, and green. Or purple rather. So yellow and purple are here, green is not. So we would be looking at a solid line, and so basically number 2. And since we're in stage 1, we'd be excluding Bravo and Delta, so we'd be looking at these. So purple, yellow, purple in sequence, let's see where that occurs. There is a purple, yellow, purple here. You know, I'm gonna make this a bit, like, so you can see it. Okay, so there is a purple, yellow, purple here. Let me just quickly check if there is another one, because if there is, then this is definitely not the right track. But as far as I can tell, there is not, so I'm going to assume that this is what we want, and we get BA for this row, for this column rather. Then we're looking for yellow, yellow, red, and that would be here. But let me quickly check if there is another yellow, yellow. Oh, look at that, how meticulously the other pairs of yellows avoid having another red next to them. So this seems very likely, so I'm going to assume that we have CK, and that gives us back, which is totally a reasonable start of a word. And then we have blue, purple, red. Let's see if we find blue, purple, red somewhere. I'm going to remove those because we don't need those anymore. Blue, purple, red, that is here. And we get the word backup. So I'm going to put that into my answer checker, and that is the right answer. Ladies and gentlemen, we've solved the CRT TV, a new puzzle by Ghost Salt in the KTANE Puzzle Parcel. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time at Timwe Presents.